begin here at 5 o'clock with Portland Pride, one of the many big events happening today. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for being here, and happy Juneteenth, Father's Day, and of course, Portland Pride. Whatever you're celebrating today, we're glad that you're taking some time to join us. I'm Galen Edlin. Now, Portlanders are not letting any of the rain that we've seen dampen their spirits, especially with those many events back in person this year for the first time in 2 years. Christelle Kumwe starts us off at Pride.
I'm gonna need a few more rainbow flags when you come to my neighborhood.
Energy is super high this year.
Portland Pride's main event took center stage downtown Sunday morning.
The festival was fantastic. People love the festival. The parade is the thing. It's loud, it's rambunctious, the energy is super high. It's kind of hard to describe until you experience it, actually.
This year, thousands were able to get a full live in-person parade experience after a 2-year pandemic hiatus.
People are lying in the streets and we just do the thing.
From bands to dancers and floats, the Rose City's Pride Parade kicked off from Cooch and Broadway, ending at Tom McCall Waterfront Park for day 2 of the festival. Executive Director of Pride Northwest, Deborah Porta, says Pride is an important opportunity for people in the LGBTQ+ community.
It's about our visibility and about our visibility to each other so that we know that we're not alone. There are other people like us, and visibility to the larger community to make sure that we're not left out.
Thousands of people from around the Pacific Northwest came to celebrate, like Billy, Isis, and their kids from Seattle.
Well, we want to show support to the community here, the Pride community.
It was important for our kids also to be a part of that, and we're teaching them that it's okay to be who you are.
I want to support my family and support the community.
Don't rain on our parade.
All colors
It's time for Pride.
and backgrounds uplifted to center stage for a message of inclusion.
And it's time for our community to come together and to celebrate and to see each other and come out of our isolation and, be in community together.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Love to see it, and I bet they loved that the rain wasn't pouring down on them during that parade, too.
Had they had it about right now, they'd be getting rained on. But this little bit of precipitation we're seeing over in downtown Portland right now, not only will be the potential of the last of spring, but potentially the last of the month.
Yeah.
So we're going to start to see some drier conditions out there. But as we go outside right now, the coast, you're starting to see some clearing skies. But over in downtown Portland, we are picking up some showers, and they were pretty heavy just about 10 minutes ago or so. But this is kind of the tail end of the disturbance that's kind of sat over us for this Father's Day. And you can see over in Beaverton and over in the West Hills picking up a little bit of some showers. That's the case over in Tigard and the Sherwood area as well. But again, just give it a couple of hours and we'll start to see some drier weather move through. Here we are on the Futurecast at 10 o'clock tonight. We're going to be looking at overcast skies at times, a little bit of clearing along Highway 26 as we put this into motion for tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies to start things off on your Monday, the last full day of spring. And then by the late morning, early part of the afternoon, these clouds will start to lift a little bit. We'll be seeing sunny skies by the later part of the afternoon, and Tuesday is going to be even better with a lot of sunshine after some of these morning fog kind of roll through. But you can see picking up a little bit of some low clouds into the earlier part of the afternoon through parts of southwest Washington. But we're on track to see probably one of the nicest stretches of weather we've seen in months. And I'm not kidding you because of how gray and rainy it's been. This is interesting. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. This is showing that we are basically 50-50. We have an equal chance of seeing below average temperatures and a chance to see above average temperatures. I can tell you this, in the long range models, we are going to go above average temperatures by the later part of next week. I'll show you that in just a second. But as we look at the rainfall amounts, just 1/100th of an inch of rain since midnight, and summer arrives at 2:13 a.m. on Tuesday, slowly warming up this week. And Galen, we're going to start off the work week with temperatures right around 70. Get this time next Sunday, we could be looking at temperatures in the upper 80s to close to 90 degrees. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
Talk about a turnaround. All right,
no
Joe,
kidding.
thank you so much. And of course, today we are also celebrating a new federal holiday, Juneteenth. Many in the black community have celebrated it for more than 100 years, commemorating the end of slavery in the United States and specifically when people learned of their freedom. Here's how we got here.
After 4 bloody years, the Union defeated the Confederacy to win the Civil War and abolish slavery in April 1865. There were nearly 4 million slaves in the U.S. at that time. Union armies began marching through the southern states, freeing thousands of slaves each day. The news took months to reach Texas, the westernmost state in the Confederacy. On June 19, 1865, Major General Gordon Granger and 2,000 Union troops rode into Galveston, Texas, and told slaves of their freedom. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves. Granger's words spread through Texas. All at once, slaves found out the war was over and they were free. Their joyous, spontaneous celebration gave birth to Juneteenth. Juneteenth, a combination of the words June and 19th, commemorates when the last enslaved people in the South were finally set free. Many slaves were met with violence or death when they tried to leave, yet the promise of freedom extinguished fear and fueled generations of indestructible people. Former slaves gathered on Juneteenth the next year and the year after that, and over the decades, black communities observed the holiday with festive family gatherings, colorful parades, and bountiful barbecues. Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday in 1980. Since then, all 50 states and D.C. also recognize the holiday. In 2021, President Joe Biden signed a new law commemorating June 19th as Juneteenth National Independence Day. Juneteenth is a celebration of independence, the day all Americans were truly free.
Important history to recognize. Well, after decades of service, 2 Oregon police officers are retiring together, and they've also shared a life's journey together as husband and wife. Kimberly and Mike Boudreau, joined Medford Police for different reasons, but along the way found each other. Kimberly started as a police explorer with the city of Medford 30 years ago, and she was promoted to officer at age 21. She was also the first woman in MPD history to be appointed a sergeant. Mike started as an MPD police explorer as well when he was 17, since becoming a sworn officer in '94, and he has done just about every role he could. At first, they were friends, and then, of course, that evolved into something more.
One day he asked me if I wanted to go on his boat, and I wasn't a boater, and so I thought I'm going to get my hair wet, but I'll go. But then what that led to was just a really nice relationship.
Now they say they are ready for their next chapter. We're going to see what happens.